This week's Tailgate Conversation is presented by Pinnaker Chevrolet.
Cash Williams of the KTTS Morning Show is no stranger to the Ozarks. We sit down with him to see how he is using his platform to share the message of Be Better.
So I've been in radio for almost 9 years, KTTS the entire time, which is crazy for somebody in radio. Most people are jumping around, but I'm actually from Nixa, and I get to be at my hometown radio station, so that was really cool. I got into it because I failed as an actor.
Cash wanted to go beyond the microphone and reach listeners in a whole new way.
It started with, long before I actually started the movement. So I used to post on social media or, whenever I was getting on to myself or somebody else about, not doing the right thing. And again, I'm not putting it all on everybody else. I know I make mistakes too. I'd always say, hey, be better. Just focus on bettering yourself, bettering your community, or whatever it was pertaining to at that time. At one point, I was like, man, I'd like to do something more with this than just, talk about it or put it on social media or whatever. So we came up with the t-shirt idea, and it all just kind of came together really whenever I started mentoring at the Boys and Girls Club, which is like probably 3 or 4 years ago. And I had my mentee, was hanging out with them, and always trying to teach the kids the same thing of like, hey, improve yourself, do the right thing type thing. And I said, well, let's do more with this, and along the way, let's raise some funds for Boys and Girls Club, because I saw what great work they were doing. And so we came up with the shirts, hashtag Be Better, and it started with us not knowing what we were doing. We don't really know what we're doing now, but a little more than we did before. And so that's where it started with the t-shirts. And so we sold the t-shirts, and every $5 of every shirt was going to Boys and Girls Club. My thinking, I want it because it just says Be Better on it, hashtag Be Better. So if you don't know what that is, it does raise the question. So I wanted that conversation to start and raise money for Boys and Girls Club.
The Be Better movement quickly grew, but it didn't stop there.
So we have a great relationship with Randy Little at PFI, and we approached him, said, hey, what do you think about getting on board with this? So after going back and forth a little bit, we finally decided on a new design for him and said, well, let's do this right. Right before we rolled it out at PFI, we were going over there to talk about the last couple details, and he said, yeah, you'll be set up over here, the shirts. And we didn't know we were going to be in store. So
the movement has helped support many different charities, but more importantly, all located right here in the Ozarks.
So we decided we're going to benefit Mercy Kids here in Springfield because they have St. Jude affiliate. We're at KTTS, obviously tied in with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and have seen all the great work they did, but wanted to keep it local. And so that's why we tied in with Mercy Kids. And after that, it was actually Landon's Legacy, which not a ton of people are familiar with, but what it is, it's another St. Jude tie-in. Landon, he was a St. Jude patient who didn't make it, and I got to know his parents, and they started a foundation to kind of remember him by after, called Landon's Legacy. And I say Legacy because he loved Legos.
Aww.
So they call it Legacy, which is really cool. And what they do is they raise funds for families that are St. Jude patients, have St. Jude patients, but for non-medical bills. Carrie, Landon's mom, told me at one point, she was talking to these people, said, yeah, his dad has to stay back home and work. He couldn't be in Memphis. And she just thought, man, I can't imagine if we couldn't be here with our son while he's going through this. And then now we're switching it up to Camp Barnabas, which helps special needs. They have this camp. I went out there not too long ago for the first time. I had heard about it. I've talked to Crystal, have a great relationship with her over there, and Katrina, I met her. She goes to Camp Barnabas. She loves it. She loves to party. She'll tell you that. That's if you ask her favorite thing, she's like, I like the parties. So I was like, well, I got to go check this thing out. And so I went out there one night, and I went to the Purdy. There's two different locations for it, one down by the lake and the other one in Purdy. And I went to the one in Purdy, and they were having a hoedown that night. So I spent probably 3 or 4 hours down there just seeing, kind of touring the facilities and everything, had dinner with them, and then went to the hoedown. And I met Adam, helped us get the hoedown going. He's a great guy. And I I got to see it in person. Like I said, I'd met Katrina. We'd had done a couple concerts for Camp Barnabas, and Katrina's always at our concerts. So I had talked with her before. I'm like, well, I want to go see this party you're talking about. And so that's how I ended up there. And I was blown away by it. As soon as I saw it in person, I'm like, well, I want to do even more for them. And that's how we landed on Camp Barnabas for the to benefit next from Be Better.
Cash said the community support of the movement has been beyond belief. Neighbors helping neighbors. But it didn't stop there. Names like Blake Shelton, Luke Bryan, and many others all stepped up to support the great cause.
There's this one gentleman, I go and blank on his name, but he's serving overseas right now. And he sent me several pictures of wearing this shirt. And it's just, I never imagined it'd get to that point. And that's the cool thing with teaming up with PFI. Before, it was cool, but we were selling them all here locally. And we had artists get in on it, and we would have their fans say, oh, that's a cool shirt. But we didn't have a way for them to get it unless they came to Springfield to buy it. So now that they're available online, it's actually spreading throughout. I got sent a picture of somebody wearing one in Nashville by a friend that I had in Nashville. Just saw one on the street. So it's kind of spreading a little bit. And with every shirt we sell, again, raising funds for someone here locally, but also spreading the message of being better, bettering your community, bettering yourself. If you go to PFI, you can get the shirts right there. Like I said, right when you walk in the door, you'll see a display there with Be Better logo and the shirts. You can get it there. Also, pfiwestern.com. If you just search Be Better on there, it'll show up. Or we have a direct link and some more details about it at KTTS.com. Plus, we like to share stories about people being better. We love local stuff. It's not always local, but we try to get that in there every morning with Cash and Nancy at 7:20. We do the Be Better, Feel Better story of the day. Try to give you a smile with all this stuff going on. That's not so great around the world. We try to highlight the things that is going well.
I've got my t-shirt. Now all you got to do is grab yours.